With the new mutation system that New World brought out for their dungeons, a lot of us will be farming a lot of the dungeons to get our gear score up. For this video, I want to make a list of all the loot that I'm personally looking for while farming Lazarus. Maybe you'll find it interesting so that you can also look for these loot pieces. All of this information was found on nwdb.info, so please go visit that website if you want to find out more about what loot drops in Lazarus. But this is just my personal list. If you find something that you really think is really good from Lazarus, then drop it a comment in the comments below so that I can check it out as well. I am going to go into each category. I'm going to focus on focus, dexterity, intelligence, and then strength, and lastly a little bit of constitution. So I will be covering all the stats in this video, but let's dive right into the loot I'm looking for from Lazarus. The first thing that I'm looking for is Will of the Ancients. Since my main role is healing at the moment, I'm looking for the best in slot healing staff, and it only drops from Lazarus. The Will of the Ancients is a really good healing staff since it comes with Bless, which gives you extra % healing. It will increase your heals by quite a bit, by 20% at the moment. And remember, we can upgrade it now to 625, so that's really good for us. It comes with Bless, refreshing move, and refreshing, so it's literally the best life staff that you can get in game. Next, I'll also be looking for a Void Gauntlet to pair with my life staff, and the best Void Gauntlet that I can find is Dark Vengeance. Dark Vengeance is really good. It drops with Constitution and Focus, and then it gets a couple of really good perks that synergize with the Void Gauntlet. For example, it gets Life Stealing, which will give me 5% extra life stealing when I do damage. It also comes with Blaze, which means I'll have more healing, and then it comes with refreshing move so that I can pump out more heals while auto attacking. Really good Void Gauntlet. Look out for it when you run Lazarus, and it's probably one of my best in slot Void Gauntlets that I want for my healing build. If you're looking for a earring that has focus on it, there's also one in Lazarus that's really good. Well, it's okay. It's basically up there. It has 2 perks. It's really good, and you don't have to buy for it. You can just farm for it. And the earring is Enchanted Earring. It will basically drop with focus, and it will give you mana regen. Beloved, you will generate less freight, which is okay for dungeon running, I guess. Not really needed. And then you'll get Refreshing Toast. So it has about 2 really good perks for a healer. But if you're in need of an earring, then you can always use this. It's not the best in slot, but it's at least something that you can start with and work your way up to a better earring. So definitely look out for this. I definitely want one of these since my earring is pretty crappy at the moment. Moving on to the dexterity category, there is a best in slot ring that can drop for dexterity users, and it's called the Featherweight Ring. The Featherweight Ring comes with 25 dexterity. It drops with Hearty, meaning you will have more stamina. It also comes with Keen Awareness, which will give you extra crit chance, and then it also comes with Refreshing, which will reduce your cooldowns. So really a good ring for dexterity users, so make sure that you go farm Lazarus for this ring. Next up, for dexterity users, there is a musket called Ancient Intentions. This musket drops with dexterity, enchanted, which means your heavy and light attacks will do more damage, and then it comes with Vorpal, which will increase your headshot damage, and then it comes with accuracy, which will just increase your hip firing accuracy. It has 2 really good perks. Accuracy really not really that good, but it is something that drops really nicely for the musket users. Sure, accuracy is a bit iffy, but you can basically get this musket until you want to farm Genesis for the best in slot musket, but really good musket if you want to run this. If you want to pair your musket with a rapier, then there's also a really good rapier that drops in Lazarus. But this rapier is called the Final Respite. I think I'm saying that right, I'm not really sure. But it comes with Dexterity, Sundering Riposte, which will grant rend when you use that ability on a target. And then it drops with Vicious, which will increase your critical hit damage. And then it drops with Keen, which gives you extra crit chance. So really a really good rapier if you're just starting out. It's not based in slot since it has an ability perk on it, but it's a really good one if you're just starting out and looking for Vicious and Keen and you don't have Sundering Riposte on your armor yet. Next we'll be taking a look at the intelligence drops. Well, there's not a lot really. There's only one fire staff that I could find or that I really am interested in, which is the spell staff of fiery intent. The staff comes with 30 intelligence, it drops with keen, which will give you extra crit hit chance, and it drops with vicious, which will increase your crit hit damage. Really good staff, except for the last perk, which is empowering meteor shower. Nobody uses that skill at the moment, so it's a waste, but at least it's a legendary that you can upgrade to something better. But I believe you can find a better fire staff in Genesis, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to the strength. Now for Lazarus, it's really a strength dungeon since you will find so much best in slot strength things. So let's take a look. Right from the start, we're starting with a best in slot ring, the smooth bone ring. This ring comes with 25 strength, keen awareness, which will increase your critical hit chance. It comes with hearty so that you can dodge a little bit more since you gain more stamina. And then it comes with leeching. Leeching is really good if you run a lifesteal build. Most great X users really like lifesteal, so it's really good for them. Really, it's a best in slot ring, and you definitely should be looking out for this ring in Lazarus. Next up, we are taking a look at an amulet. If you're looking out for an amulet and you're farming Lazarus, then look out for the chain of Zain. The Zain chain basically will have 25 strength. It will give you health, which will increase your hit points, and then it has refreshing and luck. It's not the best in slot, but it's definitely up there. If it didn't have luck and it came with divine, then it's probably one of the best ones out there. So definitely look out for this chain. If you don't have an amulet that's really good yet, look out for the chain of Zain. Now we're going to move on to some of the weapons that you can get. The next weapon is a great axe. It's called Chosen. The Chosen one comes with vicious and keen, and then it has an ability perk meaning execute. Not a lot of people use execute at the moment, so not best in slot since it does have a perk on the weapon. But if you are looking for vicious and keen on your legendary weapon so that you can use for your build, then this weapon is really not that bad, and it will do a lot of damage when you pair it with the smooth bone ring. You also get a hammer that comes with pretty good perks. It's Fury. If you're looking to do damage with the hammer, then it's probably best in slot since it comes with keen, vicious, and keenly empowered. So you can do a lot of damage if you want to with this hammer, but you probably want something that has refreshing move on it if you are going for CC. But if you want to do damage, Fury is your best bet. You get it at the last boss, so definitely a really good hammer if you're looking for one. Once you got your hammer, you are going to need a strength set. At the end of Lazarus, you are going to fight a boss, and you can find a really good strength set. If you don't have one, the set will drop in heavy, and it's basically the last boss set. The set will come with 25 strength, invigorated, which will reduce weakness, disease, exhaust, and rend, so it will expire and faster a little bit. And then it comes with refreshing ward, which will basically reduce your cooldowns if you dodge. You can get this in all 5 pieces. Everything will be heavy, so if you don't have a legendary set yet and you're working towards it, maybe you can find some of these pieces which will help you against ancients, since it also comes with ancient ward. So it basically has 2 really good perks, except for ancient ward if you're not doing PvE. So it's really good if you want to fill out your set and you don't need any ability perks on your armor. And lastly, we are moving on to Constitution. There's only one thing that I really want. It is Curiosity Greed, which will be my sword for tanking, mostly for PvE. This comes with a taunt gem already equipped. It has a hated perk which will generate more threat. It has keenly fortified, and of course then it has keen, which will give you extra critical hit chance so that you can activate that keenly fortified. This was my list for Lazarus. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. That is a really big loot pool for Lazarus, so make sure to drop a comment if you're looking for something specific that I missed so that I can go check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, and if you want to see more videos from me, then you can subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.